Hi, everybody. Jeff Johnson here on another edition of Clerk TV. And with me right now, all the way from Crawford County, is Ryan Johnson. Ryan, how are you?
Doing good, Jeff.
It is a pleasure to meet you. And ladies and gentlemen, I didn't see Ryan at the Johnson family reunion this past summer, and I was very disappointed.
Well, be sure to get the invite in the mail, and I'll be there.
He'll be there soon. He'll be there soon. Ryan, listen, you haven't done one of these in a while.
Yes.
Yeah, how long? It's been a while.
I did my first one in 2014, so that was 9 years ago.
Wow.
So when the emails were going out asking if anybody would like to participate, I thought now would probably be a good time to do it.
Exactly. And guess what? A lot of people want to know what's new in Crawford County.
Right.
And one of the things that I want to do, because we were sitting here and I was trying to guess exactly where Crawford County was in the 158, was it 158 counties?
159.
In Georgia.
In Georgia.
And I was off by a bunch. So if you don't mind, just give our viewers a little bit of idea of where Crawford County is, what's it like, because you're a native of Crawford County.
That's correct.
Please.
Crawford County is a fairly rural community just west of Bibb County. Our population hovers probably in the 12 to 13,000 range. The area itself is probably primarily, there's a lot of agriculture that's out there. We've got one of the oldest peach packing sheds, still operating peach packing sheds in the state, Dickey Farms. We've got a lot of chicken farmers. We've got, of course, timber is a big industry out there. And, we are in essence a bedroom community for the larger counties that are around us, Bibb County being the closest one. Houston County is another.
Oh, yeah.
We don't actually touch Houston County, but with the Robins Air Force Base,
close enough.
We've got a lot of people that work there. But I've lived in Crawford County nearly my entire life. My folks moved out there when I was 1 year old.
Wow.
And they were teachers in the Crawford County school system. We both had 30 years of service before they retired. So, and I went to school out there, graduated there, and have worked most of my career out in Crawford County.
Here you are, local guy, doing well. You're back in Crawford. You decide to run for clerk of court.
Yes.
Why? And I'm only kidding, because you've been doing it for a long time, and I'm just joking around. But really,
well, it was a situation that arose. Primarily, I had worked in county government from '97 to 2004. A situation occurred where our previous clerk had passed away unexpectedly. This was back in 2010. It was during the mid part of his term, and some individuals approached me and said, "Hey, would you consider running for clerk of Superior Court?" And I said, "Well, I'll have to think about it." And,
yes, indeed.
And it's an endeavor to take on in a campaign. I don't care whether you're a small county or large county, but it turned out that in 2010 I won the spot, and celebrating 13 years as of the end of this year. 13 years in office.
That kind of longevity stems from, obviously, some attention to detail and attention to your citizenry, the people that actually, come into the office every day and do those things. How important is that to what you've accomplished all over these years? And what do you see as the future going on?
Well, we have, and I'm telling you, since the last interview in 2014, we have seen the implementation of civil e-filing. We have seen mandatory civil e-filing. We've gone on with real estate e-filing, mandatory plat e-filing. We're doing, in our county, UCC e-filing. My goal is to try to make that office accessible, whether you need to come into the office or whether it's easy for you to do it through a computer or through somewhere else. And the main goal and I just told my staff the other day, somebody came into the office and they said, Ryan, you run a really good office. And I said, well, thank you. I said, it's not just me, it's my staff. And I aim to be the Chick-fil-A of governmental offices. You know,
That's not a bad thing
yes,
to own, to try to
yes,
become.
yes.
Wow, I
So,
like that.
So we've taken a lot of these things on, and of course some of them have been mandated, but we have, taken these tasks and we've tried to pass those on to individuals, even though that they may not have felt really comfortable about a transition to this or to that. And the other thing that I've been big on is we've been going back and scanning in a lot of our old deed books.
That's what I hear a lot from a lot of the clerks. That's
Yes.
a big deal. Why is that so important?
Because these books are truly historic.
They're getting ready to fall, and they're going to fall apart.
And our oldest deed book dates back to 1830.
Holy moly! I mean, that's a lot.
Well, it is, and in fact, the matter is that the county we just celebrated the bicentennial last year, so an early courthouse fire, we lost some 8 years potentially of records there.
Before that? Before the 1830?
Right. So we know that the county was in existence at least around 1822, but we have no real estate records for that 8-year span simply because it was lost in a courthouse fire almost 200 years ago. So I am trying, and these books are hard. They're a little bit more cumbersome to scan because these are bound books. They don't come apart. So I have been diligent with one of our vendors to get these things scanned in, and we're almost there. I think we're 10 or 12 books away from having all of those historical ones scanned in, backed up,
and ready to go.
And ready to go.
That's a heck of an accomplishment. And one of the things that I really want to ask you about is, with all of those new technological advances, all those things that you've done, how has it helped your citizens? How has it helped the people that come in?
We don't have to look any further back than COVID. During the early stages of COVID, we were all sort of scrambling. How are we going to operate an office?
Yes.
When the main goal was to keep people away.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of counties that were there operating on skeleton crews behind locked doors. Some were just, if somebody knocked on the door, you opened it. What do you need? What can we help you with? By having these documents available, it makes it easier that if an individual needs a copy of a deed or a copy of a plat, when you've got it in a digital format,
yes,
that I can email quickly, or that they can go to the Clerk's Authority website and just pull it off of that. It makes that office run smoother.
I think so too. But also think about what you do for the citizen. They don't have to burn gas.
Exactly.
Time. And heck, the most precious resource we got is time.
Yes. So by getting these documents in digital formats, making them widely available, we have really turned our office to where we don't see a lot of foot traffic anymore.
Wow, I can imagine. And even though you think that might be bad, that's not a bad thing.
Well, yeah. Like I said, some days we might have 4 or 5 people come in, and some days we might have more. But when we have somebody that calls up and says, "Hey, I need a copy of A, B, or C," how do I go about getting it? I can ride up there, I can pick it up. I said, well, for a fee, we can fax it, we can email it. It's making, my biggest thing is making that office a little bit more efficient.
Right.
And technology is definitely the way to go with that.
So as you move forward into the future, you're still doing technology, you're still doing all this different things. How are you interfacing with other departments, say in the governmental structure there? How do you guys interface with them?
Well, we have done situations where, I was thinking about this the other day, and how our office, and I'm not getting really big of an ego here, but our office really does touch just about every single other office: the sheriff's office, the district attorney, magistrate court, probate court, tax commissioner, tax assessor.
Everybody comes to y'all.
You know, we are sort of one of those hubs of
Yes.
information. You know, I have shared certain things with P&Z, you know, the planning and zoning office, made available to them. They have a governmental access to the clerk's authority. When individuals need to get copies of plats, if they're doing additions to their home or having to do some type of permit, maybe for a septic system or something, they have availability of that. They don't have to call on us. And you know, we've introduced some things to some other offices that have made things not necessarily, I guess, interfacing with them, but the tax commissioner now e-files all of those delinquent property tax bills. When they used to be a stack about that high, that you had to manually fill out all of this information on. It's all done digitally now. So, and that's been one of my goals, is our office works really well with every county office, and we're willing to adapt if need to you know, make things work more efficiently.
And I'm just sitting here just thinking to myself, if I'm one of those other departments, I'm like giving y'all major praise, because you just helped me save a lot of time being able to get it. And then the same thing, like I said, they don't have to actually come over there. You send it to them by emails. I bet they're loving that.
Yes.
That's good. Good deal for that. Listen, you guys have so many great things that are starting to happen over there, and I really commend you for that. And our viewers also do that. But they also want to know something about the man. The man. They want to know something about you.
The man, the myth, the legend.
The myth, the legend. Okay, and I always ask this, and I know that it's kind of corny, but do you have any hobbies you love?
I do.
And what are they?
Well, I'm a big movie buff.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I'm a big movie buff. I love trivia too. So.
Oh my gosh. So are you dangerous, like at a trivia night? I
have won a few. Come in second, third places.
All right.
Yeah, I do pretty well in certain subjects. But I like to golf when time allows. Not very good at golf.
It's all right.
But and I've also, over the last couple of years, gotten very involved with our local Kiwanis Club.
Excellent.
And we have some things that we do, and we do an annual golf tournament in the spring of each year. And
kind of come to that.
And you know, I help, you know, help in any way I can to facilitate it and get the sponsors and all that stuff. So, and I like to travel when time allows.
There you go.
That's
pretty full. That's a lot of stuff that you're doing there.
And
it's interesting that you said, you know, getting back with the Kiwanis, you're still serving your community.
Yes.
And that is what it's all about.
I've really enjoyed my time on Kiwanis. Absolutely.
Listen, I'm going to give you an opportunity to look into that camera and talk to your constituents, your citizens, and the viewers out there, and you can thank them, do whatever you want. The floor is yours, sir.
Well, thank you, Jeff.
You're welcome.
I just wanted to let the people of Crawford County know that I have thoroughly enjoyed, and I mean that, I've thoroughly enjoyed my time as clerk of Superior Court. I've always strived to do the best job that I can and provide the best customer service that I can. I've got a staff with me now that's been with me for almost 10 years, and we work very well together. And I have to give a lot of, it's not just an it's we. We work as a team, and everything that we accomplish, we do so as a team. And I look forward to serving Crawford County just as long as you'll have me.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jeff.
Ryan Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Crawford County, and you're watching Clerk TV. Hey, everybody, Jeff Johnson here with Clerk TV Extra. I know it's crazy, but we're still having a lot of fun. All right, Ryan Johnson is here, and he's getting ready to do his putt. Let's see how he does. And somehow you do it. Let's see if he can get it again. Oh!
You know, anytime you do a putt on the golf course, you have to channel something from Caddyshack. No.
Amazing. He's a Cinderella boy. Cinderella story. And this is Clerk TV Extra.